Hi guys, have you ever been drugged, robbed, or attacked in your life? Well, I'm a victim of all, but here I am, alive, and I'm grateful for that. I don't really take it for granted. Sometime back when I was still in campus, when I was coming from home going to school on a weekday at around 5 p.m., I actually boarded a matatu to Juja. That's where I was studying at that moment, and I took a seat next to the window. When we got to Githurai roundabout, I got a call and I received it and just put it on my right here, not being keen enough to know if the window was open or closed. Well, I lost my phone while still talking. All I could do was, nimeibiwa simu, and tried. I didn't cry. The vehicle was already moving. The driver was already moving. And remember, at 5 p.m. in Githurai is probably a market moment because everyone is out to sell whatever they're selling and people are many. You can't really find whoever stole your phone. I go to school. One of my friend gave me a kabambe, a button phone that I used for some time. And over the weekend, I came back, picked my spare phone. I had an Alcatel. I don't know if Alcatel still exists. Picked my spare phone, went back, and a week later, I had an incident again. This time, I'm dragged, and at this point, my dad had sent me 12,000, if I'm correct, to buy a new phone. But I not bought a new phone because I was still trying to figure out which phone I was going to go for. And on that weekend, I was meeting my friends at Java House, Kenyari. So I left Juja, headed to CBD. I later to Mboya Street. So I walked towards Kimathi Street, and when I'm almost crossing on the other side of Kencom, a lady stops me and greets me by shaking my hand. I must have been so innocent at that moment. And she asked me, do you know where World Vision headquarters is? And I responded, I don't know where it is. So she continued shaking my hand. And this is now the moment that the dark is now doing some work on my brain. Because I didn't move, I kept on listening, her telling me so many stories. The stories might have been something relatable, touching for someone like me to really pay attention so much. And at this point, another guy joins her. And he accompanies me to an ATM. It was Cooperative Bank ATM that's situated at City Hall. I leave the guy with my water bottle and my handbag, my slim bag, sorry, and I just go to the ATM with my wallet and I withdraw the money. I remember I remained with less than 200 shillings. I withdraw the money, place it back to the wallet, took the wallet, place it back to the slim bag, and then we walk towards Kimathi Street. Another lady joins us. Now there are three of them, two ladies and a guy. And they tell me to go and pray. If you ask me what was I praying for, I have no idea. I was drunk, guys. At this point, even I am not myself. And I removed my earrings and my necklace. I remember this was my birthday gift that was given. And a watch. I'm a silver girl. And a watch. So they go with everything. My bag, with money inside, my water bottle, and the jewelry I had. And they told me to go and pray. I found myself standing opposite Bata, Kimathi Street. I don't know what I was doing. I think I prayed for some time, then I opened my eyes and the security guy was like, are you okay? God bless him. And I told him, there are two ladies and a guy who told me to come and pray here. And the first thing he said was like, you've been drugged. And I told him, I've been drugged. I tried looking around and there was no one. The next thing I did was that I went to straight. Because now, Kenyatta Avenue was the nearest. I went to Safaricom Kenyatta Avenue. I don't know why I thought that Safaricom helped me. I have the idea, but I go there, they were closing, and the only thing they could tell me was like, I reported the police and maybe they can help me trace the phone. You know, the story of tracing phones by police is just another story. And next thing was myself calling my sister. So the guy that I met, just a stranger, while trying to get Safaricom, really helped me big time. God bless him. He helped me call my sister, and thankfully my sister was in town with my brother-in-law. So my brother-in-law came to get me at Safaricom and then took me to board Kenya Mpya back to Georgia. Now, this time I don't have anything. I've lost my phone. I've lost everything, my documents like ID. I've lost my keys to my room. I've lost keys to my closet. So I have nothing. And Mr. gives me 1,000 shillings. So I go to Georgia, get to my room. I can tell you guys I wasn't okay. But he made sure that I got into the bus and I was safe. I go to school, go to my room, and for the next 2 weeks, I didn't have a phone. So I depended on my roommates at that moment. God bless them for waking me up every day in the morning to go to school. And thankfully I had a timetable. My classmates were really so kind enough. But really, I wasn't okay for 2 weeks. Like, it really affected me so much. And yeah, after 2 weeks, I got another phone. Thanks to my family for coming through for me. Yes. The only thing I could not figure out was what drug do these people use that it doesn't really affect them. You'll never find them affected, or there's something they take to really cushion them. I know you've heard the stories of, you know, someone woke up and found their house has been swapped, like the seats, the furnitures, the TV, all the electronics have been taken. Even someone can go to the bank and withdraw the money. I don't know what they use. I have no idea. Another incident that really happened to me, and this is really so personal, and I have a scar, was sometime back in 2018. I was coming from a salon doing my hair, and the next day I was supposed to take my nephew to report for first year admission. So I had to do my hair a day before. I came back home. I landed, I think, at the stage around 9 p.m. And this is a road that I've used it for many years. When I was in school, I could even leave Juja, get there around 10, having a laptop, carrying it on my backpack, and it was just still safe. I crossed the tunnel and just walked towards home. And with confidence, I have my handbag. Just walking. There was no one at that moment. And just it's a very short stretch to actually get into the gate. And someone just holds the backside of my bag and tried to snatch it. At this moment, I panicked. And the next thing I did was I screamed on top of my voice. Yes, I did scream. And what this thief did was, it gave me a fist, you know. He knocked me. Yani kangumi ta. I lost one of my tooth that day. And the people that were driving at that moment tried to stop, tried to chase him. Cross the superhighway, went the other side, and the vehicles were moving. I was left there crying. Thankfully, I got some help. My sister came. I was taken to the hospital, and guys, I was given painkiller injection. That really helped me to sleep for like that night. But I had to go for dental procedure. So I went, they removed the root. It was really painful. I remember it took a long time for it to be removed. Then I had to stay without one tooth for 3 months. So I was using a dental one, like the one I used to, you know, when I'm eating, I remove, then when I'm done, I put it back for 3 months. And then I started a journey of replacing my teeth, guys. It's just a process, because I remember I did one for 3 months. I didn't like it. I think they didn't install it well. I don't know what was happening. So as we speak, I've done it, I think 3 times. No, 3 times apparently. The one that I have right now. And that's the scar that I still live with. I really lost my smile. It took me time to really have confidence in myself. It took me time to really walk in the dark. Even right now, I am so cautious and I get traumatized. So wherever I am, I try to take a motorbike or take an Uber, but I can't really walk in the night, even if it's some distance, because it still gets me. It's really a scar that I have to live for, and yeah, I don't wish anyone to ever go through that. And I've had people in my life being the victims. Recently, I know of someone who was actually almost attacked in town. You know, someone holding a knife to you and telling you, give me your phone at 4 p.m. Do you know where Super Metro is? That street. Yeah, his phone was stolen. Yeah, he had to surrender his phone, or he was going to be stabbed. Daylight. I know one of my friends who apparently was going to work on Sunday at 6 a.m. and she just realized she was being followed by a motorbike. They actually tried to rob her, and all she did to save herself was just to push them, I think, in a ditch that was there, and then she had to run to find safety. I've witnessed myself someone you see how there was, I don't know if it's still there, there's so many incidents of motorbike guys stealing the phone. So you have the guy on the motorbike and the other one behind. So the one is behind is actually the one who steals. I witnessed someone who's just on the phone talking and, you know, walking, his phone being stolen, just like that. There were times in the past whereby envelope was a thing. So I actually got myself also in an incident when going back to school, just on a random day, and I had my backpack with a laptop inside, definitely, and someone drops an envelope. You know the way they do, they put a note, it could be 1,500, whichever amount, and then they just put something like a check. It's a brown envelope because it's a small one. They put money on top, some notes, and trust me, the rest of the things that you see like it's money is actually just papers. Then you just put something like a check, maybe with someone name. And this is what they, at that moment, this what happened to me. And this guy says like, looks like someone dropped the envelope. Should we why don't we pick it and then we look for the owner? Maybe he can give us something. Hey, that day, because I've been a victim in the past, and at this point I was more wiser, I just told him, get out of this bus, or I shout to everyone that you're a thief. You know, the guy left. Another incident, there was also another incident whereby someone has an A4 envelope and they put it on their lap and they pretend to be paying attention, but that they keep on pushing the envelope towards you, as they find a strategy to actually maybe start pickpocketing things from your back without you realizing. And even that one happens when you put your phone on the side, then you'll find actually you don't have a phone on your light. Another incident that I have encountered myself, not really being a victim or not being a victim, so, and it still happens up to date when you're in CBD. And someone can really follow you from OTC to Uptown. When they've really decided that you're going to be the target, trust me, they'll follow you. So there's a time I was in town, I didn't realize, but at this point I was wiser in not really putting anything valuable inside that bag. I would just put maybe on the main inside another bag. So someone just kept on opening. And I think when I stopped and checked my bag, someone was really following me. And I told him, why are you following me? What do you want? But a real scenario is, sometime back when my friend and my nanny, sometime back in the past, my friend our nanny and my nephew and myself were going to swimming pool. At that moment, there was a swimming pool in Village Market that had actually tunnels, if you still remember Village Market in the past. And how we parked that back, we were really naive. So we put the camera on the top, on the first, the first parts of the bag. When we go to Village Market, we just realized we don't have the camera. We had lost it. My sister almost killed me, to be honest. And I was like, oh my goodness, I'm the one who packed and really regretted big time. So definitely it was pocketed. And we were how many people? 3. And none of us noticed that someone was following us or it had been pocketed by someone. We didn't realize. And this is an incident that is still there. And I tell you for sure, myself, having gone through all these experiences, you'll find me in town walking with confidence. Someone even can think me in a scar, I'm a police person, but I'm not. Having a serious face in confidence. And I don't greet people anymore. Never. Asking me for direction, I don't. Imagine I'll just assume you and just move on, because I've been a victim. And let me tell you, even up to date, they still exist. Oh, and someone following you when you're carrying heavy things and say, let me help you. There's so many ways they actually steal from you. Just when you're in CBD, don't just act like you're so new. Just be on the lookout, be just alert. Because there was a time when they could, cut your handbag without you realizing it's been stolen already and they ran. But I know currently probably the incidents have reduced. But having had those experiences and became wiser, I've really not had any incidents from my end this far. And be on the lookout, guys. It's not safe outside there. Well, that was my story of my experiences and encounters in the past. I know I'm not alone, and you're not alone as well. Let me know in the comments below if you've ever been drugged, attacked, or robbed. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so that you can be notified every time I post a new video. Take good care of yourself, guys. Bye.